Hmm. Well now. Hmm. Well now. I'm trying to get the voice right. I'm using a moderate voice modulator. What in the world? What was that? Oh, that's the playback. Well, I'm trying to get the voice right for Hotpot. Of course, his voice needs to be a little bit higher. There's this brand new voice mod called Voice Enhancer, where I can modify the bass, make it kind of deep, make my voice sound even a little bit, maybe, this might be the right one. Might be getting a little bit closer, I don't know. But let's go ahead and get started, shall we? Did you kids just mistake me for a corpse? Like, that's one of his lines. Straight from Texas. Sensei Nam, what is going on? This is not my normal voice because it is slightly modified. The pitch is just a little bit lower. Like my tone here, this is my natural voice. Then using the voice enhancer.
If need be, I can bring it even lower if I need to. It's high noon. Of course, we are not doing characters from Overwatch. Speaking of Overwatch, everyone hear how the original Overwatch is going to be completely shut down as soon as Overwatch 2 goes into early access? You hear about that? You won't be able to play the original Overwatch anymore. They're going to completely turn it into Overwatch 2. So what does that mean for all the stuff you earned in the first Overwatch? You get to transfer that over? I don't know. Maybe. We'll have to see. But Sensei Nam, it's good to see you. Why do I still have it in this voice? But today, let me go ahead and get the formalities out of the way real quick, like.
Officially, this time. Yo, peoples, Kyushu92 here, and welcome back to yet another wonderful day for voices. I got a bit of a list here that people wanted me to go over. Wow, it sounds very echoey in my ears. No, I'm good. I got a couple of voices and a couple of characters that people have put forth, like CJ. I actually have the list here, just a little bit. Like Hotpot from Amphibia, Exodus from X-Men, Rufus, I guess from Street Fighter, and as well from Soul Calibur, Dreben 893 from Metal Gear Solid 4, classic G1 Shockwave, and then someone else put forth Muichiro Tokito from Demon Slayer, Arataki Ito from Genshin Impact, Levi Ackerman, and Amajiki Tamaki from My Hero Academia. Just to name a couple of voices we're going to go over through today. And just in case anyone else wants to throw a voice out there they want me to do, we'll do those as well. So first off, let's start with Hotpot and see if I can pull his voice off just a little bit. Now, the unique thing about Hotpot's voice is that he's voiced by Bill Farmer, a.k.a. the voice of Goofy. So his way of voicing things is quite unique. But let me see if I can go ahead and get some quotes from him. I love it when I look up characters and I have an entire page directly linked to quotes. So since Hotpot is like your most... Did you miss Hotpot? CJ, you came in right on time. I did my little introductions and went over some of the voices I'm going to be doing. But you came in at the right time. So let's go ahead and get started with Hotpot. Polly's got more responsibility in her little flipper than you have in your entire body. Another day, another mob. Must be painful to make so little sense all the time. And then his most infamous line, I don't feel safe. Yo, Psycho, what is going on? Welcome to the beginning of the voiceover stream. You just tuned in at the right time, because I'm just now getting started. I can't wait. I am messing with the armrest on my chair. Speaking of my chair, I need to get a new one, because the leather part of the seat, now I believe I had this seat for about 2 years, but the leather part of the seat is starting to come off. So it's time for me to look for a brand new chair. Almost got Hotpot down pat already. Well, I mean, I need to sound like an old man just a little bit. Must be painful to make so little sense all the time. I don't feel safe. And this is from season 2. Ever since then, I swore I'd never let my family down again. That I'd do anything to protect them. And then in season 3, eat the rich! He's got some very memorable quotes. Very memorable. Okay, what a wonderful beginning. Oh yes, it is a wonderful beginning. Now, this is in my clean modifier. Now, CJ, since you put forth some voices first, I'm going down your list first. So you said Hot Pop, Exodus from X-Men, More G from Street Fighter, and I'm assuming Rufus from Street Fighter, and Oswell from Soul Calibur, Dreben 893, Classic G1 Shockwave. I also have the voice tone for Shockwave from Transformers Prime as well, because I made that. And then I made a separate sound for Classic G1 Shockwave Lord Megatron. Don't worry, I got a voice tone for him. And then, who else put forth voices? Someone else put voices for Muichiro Tokito, Arataki Ito, Levi Ackerman, Amajiki. Add a tad bit more scratchiness to his voice to get it right. Add a tad bit more. Polly's got more responsibility in her little flipper than you have in your entire body. Another day, another mob. Must be painful to make so little sense all the time. I don't feel safe. We're family, and family always finds each other. Ever since then, I swore I'd never let my family down again. That I'd do anything to protect them. Eat the rich! Do you mean like that? Is that in a good direction? What you think? I just want to see your opinion on it, CJ. Because you're the one that helped getting a little bit closer. Okay, so how's the pitch? How does the pitch sound? Is the pitch all right? Do I need to pick it up a little? Maybe bring it a little bit higher? Possibly?
Maybe. I don't know.
Okay, let's go over this again. We're family, and family always finds each other. Ever since then, I swore I'd never let my family down again. That I'd do anything to protect them. Must be painful to make so little sense all the time. Another day, another mob.
Polly's got more responsibility in her little flipper than you have in your entire body.
There's always also a little curl to his wording. Also a little curl to his wording and accent. That's the thing. It's Bill Farmer. And there's a uniqueness to his tone, to how he does his words, that I've always had slight difficulty trying to get my handle on. Because this is the same dude who voices Goofy, and Goofy's got a wide range. But I'm just saying. Not saying it's impossible. It's just that with Bill Farmer's very distinct inflections, it's sort of tricky for now. But I'll keep on working on it. We'll see how things go from there. Might need to look at some of his videos a little bit more. But I'll come back and I'll work on Hotpot. He's on my list to try and refine a little bit more. Okay, so let's go ahead and see. Can see me mastering Hotpot in very little time. Amphibia is a great show. You should check it out. I'll check it out. I'll add it to my list of things to do. So, all right. So let's go ahead and move on to the next character that you had, and that is Exodus from X-Men. So let me go ahead and bring him up. I distinctively remember bringing up, I pulled up all these different pictures of the people that I'm going to be showcasing here, because thank you, CJ, for that idea, so everyone can see as well. So let me go ahead and stretch this out and put Exodus right there so everyone can see. Exodus! But he is also a Frenchman, so I need to add the accent to him. But I need to deepen the voice. Even the voice.
Alright, let us see what this goes. Mutant kind is not a race anymore. They need a different kind of protector now. A different kind of crusade. We must all of us consider what that might be. Strive to be Zigonite. Hold on. I'm replaying this in my headset just to see how it sounds, but let me just go through my voice real quick. Let me turn that off. Mutant kind are not a race anymore. They need a different kind of protector now. A different kind of crusade. We must all of us consider what that might be. Strive to be the knight our lost tribes need, whatever that striving might cost us. And in the meantime, turn our backs on the ways that can no longer help us. So that's one of his intro statements. Let me go to his quotations. He's got about 14 lines I can go over. He's got 14 lines I can go over. Let's see. The time for Exodus has arrived. Then let the trial of neophyte begin, and let it serve as an example to all among us who are not completely devoted to our most sacred crusade. You know my name? No man living knows my name. I thought you were a messenger of deliverance, but I now see that you are nothing but a blasphemer. Mark my words and remember that I am no X-Man stranger. I serve proudly in the name and the house of Magneto. Welcome to my Genosha, X-Men. Welcome to paradise. Excellent. Perhaps this plan is not the failure I feared it had become. Now, let us go kill the rest of the X-Men. Then we are doomed. This is a sentence of death upon the mutant race. Ours will be the last generation of Homo Superior. You can do nothing but fall. And if you force my hand, die. But you cannot defeat me. My power is as great as my faith, and I have never believed more strongly in the righteousness of my cause. I have rescued the sleepers. Who knows what someday would have done with them? But now they will be used for a divine purpose, my purpose, and mutants will be feared once more. Do you know what a hero is, children? Let me tell you. A hero fights for those who can't, against seemingly unstoppable forces, against overwhelming odds, and whenever they are asked to risk their own lives to save everyone else, they ignore the danger and step forward to be counted. It's settled then. The Hellions mark on to Hanako to end the tournament before it starts, the fearless Mr. Sinister leading the way. I almost turned it German there at the end. The fearless Mr. Sinister leading the way. Listen closely, young ones, for it is time we begin the tale of how the Pretender became the Redeemer. And that's pretty much the majority of Exodus's lines. Hope they sounded good. Just letting you know, this is my interpretation of how these voices sound. I'll try and make them sound as closely to their personality as I think, but yeah. Good Lord, I love this. Exodus needs to be on more media. He does. I mean, looking at his abilities, he's a crazy strong telepath. One of the most powerful mutants alive.
He was described as a psionic of highest order, possesses vast superhuman powers, telepathy, telekinesis, teleportation, and durability. Later confirmed to be an Omega level mutant. Now, here's the thing. To my recollection, hold on, let me see. Let me pull up Charles Xavier real quick. Charles Xavier. Hold on, let me go down to his abilities, because I saw something that made me question it. What? What? He's not! All this time, I used to think that Charles Xavier was an Omega level mutant, but he's not. He's only Alpha level. That's crazy. That's the thing. Exodus is an Omega level mutant, Psycho. Professor X is an Alpha level mutant. Omega levels are higher than Alphas. So that means that Charles Xavier, for all the power that we see, is not more powerful than Exodus. That's just basic facts. Omega level mutants are the pinnacle of mutants. Quite impressive. With some refinement, my Exodus voice could be ready for prime time. Nice. I'll keep refining it then. I'm never too good at something to grow better at it. But yeah, Charles Xavier is an Alpha level mutant. Now, if I go to mutant power classifications here, we have Alpha, we have Beta, Epsilon, and then Omega. So Alpha level includes... Yeah. Okay, Alpha level mutants, Alpha class mutants. Oh, snap. Too many pages. It's making it run slow. I gotta watch it so it doesn't drop frames. My apologies. But Professor X is a alpha level telepath and an alpha class mutant. But then you have Omega class like Jean Grey and Omega level threads, telepaths. You got Jean Grey and... Oh man, this page is gonna take forever to load. I can't look at it because it's gonna make everything go slow. Isn't Gambit confirmed Epsilon? Let me see. Remy Lebeau. I always thought that name was cool. Remy Lebeau. Some of these names are actually quite cool. It just says he's a mutant, but it doesn't exactly give him a classification. I mean, you would think with the power of molecular acceleration, you could be classed as something, but he's not exactly classed with everyone else. He's just called a mutant. So he might be Epsilon. He might be Epsilon along the lines of Cyclops. He has to be, I think so. Man, when are we gonna get the X-Men in their own game again? Sorry, I'm getting distracted here. We need to get back to the voices. My bad. My apologies. So let's focus here. We still got to go through G, Rufus, and Oswell from Soul Calibur. Now, let me go ahead and pull up G. So glad I went and found the images for these characters so I can pull them up. Oh, nice. A plane decided to just fly out all of a sudden. Just fly by my window. I got my window open so it can, not be so stuffy in here, because I tend to close my door whenever I do anything voice related, so that the only sound you guys hear is my voice. All right, next up is G. Let me go ahead and pull up his quotes and then get my voice ready, because he requires a deeper voice. So G, Street Fighter. At some point, this is something different entirely. I still need to build the Batman's Batmobile that's sitting in the back of my room. But before that, I gotta build Whitebeard's ship that's been sitting on my base am for about 2 years. So before I build the Batmobile, I got to build Whitebeard's ship. First and foremost. All right, here we are with V. I mean, why did I say V? I meant to say G. My bad. Have I got a chance to hear G's theme yet? Oh, CJ, I forgot to do that. Hold on. Let me pull it up here on the side. G's theme, President of the World. And how about I do this? Let me unmute so it can play while I'm going through his lines. Sounds about right. Why, thank you. I am the world president. I'll fight this battle. Why? Because it is my duty. I'm president of the world, of the earth, and of the entire universe. For all the people of the earth.
Even a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Well then, shall we? I ask of my viewers, please heed all my words. Shake hands with the president. You disappoint me. He has a very Kentuckian accent. Well, I've been saying that wrong this whole time. I'll fight this battle. Why? Because it is my duty. I'm president of the world, of the earth, and of the entire universe. For all the people of the earth. Even a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. I come offering friendship. I ask of my viewers, please heed all my words. Shake hands with the president. You disappoint me. I come offering friendship. I just want to see how this theme sounds in background. Shake hands with the president. You disappoint me. That's it? Well, excellent. I'm glad I got it down pat. Let's go back to it. Prepare yourself. Struggle desperately. Now's my chance. This will finish you. Be careful. Are you astonished? The earth will always keep spinning. Let's go down to some other ones. What is it that we fight for? The answer is quite easy to explain. It's undoubtedly something very clear. Our great planet Earth is unique throughout the universe because we are together as one. The power of all the people on this planet makes us one. When the people come together, there is no one on Earth who can stop us. Power to the people! Power for all the people of the Earth. For all 7,427,000,000, I will be the protective father to everyone, and I will be the loving mother of great care. I will be your serf because I am all. My voice is your voice. What I fight for is to fight for all of you. That's why your power is within me. The power as president of Earth. Now I do hereby declare to every single person on the planet Earth, from the very bottom of my soul and with the deepest of sincerity, that I am firmly resolute in my undertaking, that I will not yield to anyone or anything until I accomplish what I've set out to do. Together, you and I will be one with Earth. I swear, the Earth and its people will become one. Power to the people of Earth. CJ, you were right. I like this theme. It empowered me going through his lines. Oh, I like that. It was quite nice. I like it. Power to the people of Earth.
I like that one. That was nice.
CJ, that was nice. Ooh, that was real good. I like that. That was nice.
Hopefully I didn't get like double audio when I was going over that. Hold on, let me double check. Yep, I got double audio. My bad. He definitely has the bit of a evangelism tip into him. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. He does. He really does. He really does. The only thing he's missing is a Bible in his left hand. But I'm pretty sure that would restrict him from reading the power of the people into people. I'm pretty sure that would have restricted him. All right. So, that was G. Onwards to Rufus. Oh, Lord. I gotta get my fat guy voice ready. You fought the rest, now try the best. But let's get a bit of a deeper voice on him.
Let's see if we can get a bit of a deeper voice on him. Maybe that ought to help out. I don't know. We'll see. I could go for some chicken right now. But let's go through these quotes. You fought the rest, now try the best. I'll defeat everyone on the planet. Whoa, I'm sweating here. You get enough meat in your diet? Try blocking. Go ahead and hit me. What are you number one at? I'm so cool. Fighting me is the highlight of your life. Kind of reminds me of how Muscle Man behaves in regular show a little bit. Just these quotes just immediately remind me of Muscle Man. Come on, ladies, play us a tasty lick. You know who else likes to beat people up in a Kill Bill yellow onesie? My mom! That's exactly how Rufus's lines look to me. Rufus has a New York or New Jersey accent? Oh, fine then. You fought the rest, now fight the best. I'll defeat everyone on the planet. Oh, I'm sweating here. You get enough meat in your diet? Try blocking. I don't need an apprentice. Go ahead and hit me. What are you number one at? I'm so cool. Fighting me is the highlight of your life. They say this Joker Kid Masters is the best fighter in America. The best fighter in America, and not to mention the best looking, is yours truly, Rufus. Yeah, that's right. I'm the best. Period. Looking at other lines here. Oh, here's one. When I was a kid, I used to go to the movies all the time. I totally dug all the kung fu action flicks. I mean, I was practically obsessed. So I started taking all these martial arts correspondence courses. Then I rode my hog all around China picking up skills. So I'm like a legend in the biker world. Or more like a god. But I ain't satisfied with that status. This time I want to be a god in the fighting world, you know? Like a worldwide basis. Please, people tell me I should be satisfied with the best in America, but... Yeah, Rufus has that muscle man swagger to him. I knew it! Let's keep going. The way I see it, being a biker is like a total lifestyle choice. I mean, you pick a bike and you customize it and all that. It's a real commitment, you know? And the best part is, you can go pretty much anywhere on a bike. Everywhere but the ocean, that is. I don't actually remember the dude's name, but there was this one guy and he was like the greatest fighter in the USA or whatever. So I don't exactly know much about him or whatever, but I'm pretty sure I could have taken him in a fight because I'm one tough cookie. I consider myself to be a pretty modest guy, really. People don't always see me that way, but that's totally who I am. Like, I'm not necessarily the greatest fighter out there, but out there yet, but I don't let it get to me, you know? I mean, there's a lot of dudes out there. So, I'm totally dating this chick named Candy, right? And let me tell you, man, she's just about as sweet as Candy, too. You know what I'm saying? The name suits her well, man. At first, I was like, is this some kind of stripper stage name or what? Guess I was wrong. Go a little lower in pitch? Okay, excellent. Let's bring it lower. Let's bring it lower. How about this? So, I was totally dating this chick named Candy, right? And let me tell you, man, she's just about as sweet as Candy, too. Know what I'm saying? The name suits her well, man. At first, I was like, is this some kind of stripper stage name or what? Guess I was wrong. So, you got like a significant other or what? I do. And she's like totally hot, man. Just smoking. I mean, we fight once in a while just like any couple, but this is all good. She sure is aggressive though. One time she's totally started throwing stuff around, man. Anyway, things are getting pretty serious with me and Candy, right? Like she totally's talking about getting married and whatnot. I'm cool with all that and all, but I'm not too big on fancy ceremonies and stuff, right? I mean, it's not like I stockpile tuxedos or... My old lady Candy? She's not just about good looks, man. No way. She's got an awesome personality, too. The two of us are like the world's most perfect couple, you know? We both suck at math, so we can borrow each other's hands if we have to count past 10. Wait, what? Oh, you meant higher? Oh, you meant higher.
Oh, so a little bit closer to my own natural pitch then. Huh. So he actually has a higher voice. My old lady Candy, she's not about a good looks, man. No way, she's got an awesome personality too. The two of us are like the world's most perfect couple, you know? We both suck at math, so we can borrow each other's hands if we have to count past 10. Oh, here's another one. I got this rad pool back in my pod, and not one of those kidney-shaped thingamabobs. No way. Mine is like totally original and just oozing with style and class. Check this out, man. It's shaped like a freaking dollar bill. Is that the greatest? Isn't it? And then we got some lines from him in arcade mode. Now you know how it feels to lose, Ken Masters. What's that? You see, I got the wrong guy. No way, man. I ain't stupid. You got the blonde hair, the gloves. Maybe you changed your pants or whatever, but still, I know Ken Masters when I see him. Yeah. Whew. That was tough. I kinda knew just looking at you, man, that you ain't no pushover. I was like, this dude means business. Rufus, watch out! And you totally proved me right, you know? I'll hand it to you. You're pretty tough, but I came through in the end. Ah, that's the right tone? Excellent! So I could just use my natural voice for it. That's perfect! That works out just fine. Okay, we got more quotes. Let's go. So, my friend's got this sweet lowrider, right? It's pretty cool and all, but I think if I ever bought a car, I'd go for a luxury sedan or something, you know? Leather seats, drink holders, all that classy stuff. Because I'm a classy guy, right? Anyway, And that's where the quote stops. Then we got, my old lady, she wants to get a cat, but I'm like, no way, babe. I mean, those things just meow and meow all day, you know? How you supposed to get to sleep with all that racket? Cats are cute and all, but I gotta be able to hear myself think, so... And then we got another one where he says, I finally beat you, Ken Masters. What? You're not Ken Masters. Sure you are. Just one look at that blonde hair of yours and I knew it was you. Of course, you look a lot bigger on TV. What are you wearing? Some kind of reverse elevator shoes or something? Anyway. I'm glad I got the pitch down. Excellent. You sure got some ham hocks on you, lady. But it takes more than mad cankles to defeat the mighty Rufus, though, do you? Do you? But it'll take more than mad cankles to defeat the mighty Rufus, though, do you? That sentence sounds odd to me. I mean, you're fast and move all graceful and stuff, but you gotta have skills to get all along with all that. And skills are my specialty. Hehe. Here's another one. So I was getting out of bed the other day and the whole thing broke on me. You know, those wooden slot thingies under the mattress? It was all like, crack, and that's all she wrote. What are they made out of? Toothpicks? That's the third one I broke. Jeez. When I get to Aswell, listen to his theme, A Zealous Herald. Oh, I have an idea of how I want to do his voice, so let me pull up Aswell. So, A Zealous Herald. A Zealous Herald, Soul Calibur 6. All right, cool. All right. I have it ready right here for when I go over his quotes. So let me finish some of... Rufus got a lot of quotes. Okay, let me go over 2 more. You know, ever since I was a kid, I always wondered what I'd do with superpowers. Of course, if you think about it, do you really need them? Like we ordinary folks seem to be getting along just fine without them. I guess if you forgot your keys and had to break down a door. Then, last one for Rufus. I'll never forget when I first met my girl. It was a rainy day in October, and I was on my way home from a fight. Suddenly, this chick came out of nowhere and was all like, help! I guess she pulled the dining dash, so I beat up the waiter that was chasing her. Wow, so that's how him and Candy met. No, wait. Rose? I thought he meant Candy. But it has Rose here instead. Interesting. Okay, those are all the lines for... Wow. I completely forgot to switch to Rufus. My bad. I messed up. Sorry. I gotta do this right. All the voices I've been doing this so far have been Rufus. I forgot to switch to him. My bad. Please forgive me. Let me do that last line again with Rufus. Just so it can be solidified. Rose? Yeah, apparently he was talking to Rose. Because I go down here to this line saying, I think he was actually talking to Rose. When he said, I'll never forget when I first met my girl. It was a rainy day in October and I was on my way home from a fight. Suddenly this chick came out of nowhere and was all like, help! I guess she pulled the dining dash. So I beat up the waiter that was chasing her. So, yeah. Apparently he was talking to Rose. Rose wasn't his girl, though, but he was talking to Rose specifically. Let me just specify that. All right, so that was Rufus. All the lines I've been doing since G have been Rufus. I just forgot to switch it. Now, let's move on to Oswell. Well, actually, yeah, Oswell, because he's the next one, and then Dreben after him. Yeah, Dreben, then classic G1 Shockwave. Then we move into Muichiro Tokito, Arataki Ito, Levi Ackerman, and Amajimi Tamaki. We got quite a bit to go through. So next, Oswald. Look at him with this fancier, holier-than-thou type getup. Also, CJ, I had a thought when I was thinking of and listening to classic G1 Shockwave. Hold on. All right, I'm back. Family's going to get lunch. which means I need to go ahead and get through these voices so that way I can eat lunch. I don't intend to eat my lunch during this stream, but I do want to dedicate this stream specifically to all the voices. So that's why I got to get through all of this. But now, next up is Oswell. Well, Oswell. All right. And you told me to do... I knew an ad was going to play. You're not going to get me like that. Skip ad. Okay. Let's go ahead and turn the music on so I can go with him. Then let me pull up Oswell. Also, CJ, let me continue what I was saying. While I was going over and listening to the OG G1 Shockwave voice, I was thinking, wouldn't a Transformers Muso game work? I mean, think about it. Wouldn't it work? Hold on, let me not make double pitch of my voice. But think about it. It would work. Think about it. You could have all the classic Autobots, the ability to transform, and then just whole bunch of Decepticon fodder or Autobot fodder. You can play as different Transformers, and it doesn't have to be an infinite amount, just the classic views. Ratchet, Ironhide, Optimus, Bumblebee, Jetfire, and you can have Shockwave, Soundwave, Megatron, Starscream, Thundercracker. So many characters. A Transformers Muso could work. Because think about it, you can have attacks for long range, with weapons, with their long-range guns and everything, or up-close combat with their energon weapons, like Optimus's axe or Megatron's big old mace and flail. Think about it. It could work. A Transformers Muso. But let's go ahead and move on to Oswell and then the rest of the voices as well. It's been several years, let me just say, several years since I last heard the voice of Dreben from Metal Gear Solid 4, so I might need to listen to that real quick. But let's go over Oswell's lines. Let me go down to his quotes. And let me hear Oswell's voice real quick so I can get the tone down properly. Okay, Oswell. Soul Calibur 6. Let me listen to his voice. Reveal trailer. Okay, I just need to turn my pitch down. You shall be sacrificed to the human race. But I need to reduce my pitch just a little bit. Need to reduce it. It would work like gangbusters? Yes. I be having so many game ideas in my head. But let's go ahead and do this. We gotta move on. Time to save the human race. I am looking forward to this. You shall be sacrificed for the human race. You impress me. Shall we begin the experiment? Disgusting. Your odor turns my stomach. It has been a while, hasn't it? Are you well? Time to check in on you again. What an original hairstyle. What a wonderful day. I have rid the world of an affliction to the human race, and with this I am another step closer to becoming its savior. What a thrill to see a human on the brink of death abandon their sense of reason for despair or hope. It is like the sweetest nectar to me.
I could never get tired of I could never grow tired of the human race. What an interesting reaction. Thanks to you, my research has made advances. You missed part of the stream. Forgot what was happening. What have you missed? Muichiro, don't worry. I haven't even gotten to yours yet. I'm still going through CJ's list. Then we gotta go to Muichiro, Arataki, Levi, and then Aramaki. We haven't touched that yet. I've touched on to CJ's. I still gotta go through Dreben and G1 Shockwave. But I haven't gotten to your list yet. I will. So you made it at a perfect time. Let me continue with Oswell of Soul Calibur 6. The curtains have fallen on your performance. How irksome! I swat these bugs time and time again, and yet they keep appearing. I shall exterminate them all until humans look to me as their savior. Only real lives have value. It appears the experiment was a failure. A worthy performance. You inhuman monster! What a joke. The show goes on. My performance was a tragedy. How could I lose to a monster? Stupendous! Consider yourself saved. Turn pain into resolve, and resolve into strength. This is the Savior's power. Can you stand the test? I can diagnose you. You impure brute! Back off, monster. The final act. It appears I have grown used to my enhancements. I'll enjoy this. Still going strong, I see. Show yourself, Soul Edge! And then finally, for Aswell, I will say, come to me, Soul Calibur! And that's where I think I will draw it for Aswell. Because his theme, it's set on a loop. It's about 10 minutes long. I could keep going if I wanted to. But I just wanted to cover the major quotes of Aswell. Now, we move on to Dreben 893. First of all, let me see how this guy sounds. Dreben 893. It's been years. Years! Let me see how he sounds. I got a question real quick, because eventually I'm going to start playing Metal Gear Solid 5 Phantom Pain. Is there a skin that makes Snake look like old Snake from Metal Gear Solid 4? Please tell me there is. I would so very much like to look like old Snake. And we got a monkey drinking a soda. Where's Dreben?
I'm listening to his voice. Give me a sec.
Who are you? Neither enemy nor friend.
All right. Let me pull up Dreben and get his lines.
Neither enemy or friend.
Carrie Payton! Yo! It's Cyborg! It's the dude that voices Cyborg. He's the voice of Dreben. Sweet! I forgot. I'm sorry. It's been years. It's been years. I didn't know. Excellent job! Wunderbar! You passed this test. I think so. I think so? I'll look it up, CJ. I would love to look like Old Snake going through the Phantom Pain. You know, when I eventually get back to playing it. My backlog is still quite big. It is. Okay, where are some Dreben quotes? I need to find some. Dreben quotes. Let me find it. Dreben. Ah, okay. Okay, top 8 Dreben 893 quotes. Wait. This doesn't. What is this foolishness? This is not Dreben! Hold on. Okay, here's where. Okay, here's one.
It's a side of AT the public don't see. From the looks of it, you ain't with any state army, but you ain't exactly green either. You've got some last-gen nanomachines, so I'm guessing former U.S. Army? No, sir. I ain't no lolly lule low. I mean, I'm no patriot.
All right, let me continue looking through this cuz it's kind of tricky to find his quotes. Cuz I'm going off of a GameFAQs forum page, but I need actual quotes. Ah, here we go. Okay, Dreben. Let me raise my pitch a little bit because his voice is a little higher. Sooner or later, the whole darn human race is gonna be green collars. Okay, where's his quotes?
What is with this not giving me quotes for him?
This annoys me. This really does annoy me. I'm not trying to find whether or not. I'm not trying to find his description. I'm trying to find his quotes. Why is it so hard? This is annoying. Whenever I try to do some quotes for characters, but they don't exactly have the quotes for them. Let me check. Let me see. No. That won't work either. Yeah, that definitely won't work. Dang it. I was hoping I could find some Dreben quotes. They're really making me work for this voiceover stream, aren't they? And let me change it to Dreben. Wait, where's Dreben? Oh, there he is. Okay, there we go. Don't forget the picture? Okay, thank you, CJ. I was about to say, don't forget! But then I remembered Okay, hopefully this Tumblr page has it. Let's see. I need lines. I need lines. What the heck? Okay, I think I may have found some where he says, yeah, well, it ain't all sunshine and rainbows. A lot of folks lost their entire sense of being the moment SOP went offline. Then another one where he says, the Patriots raised me to be a gun launderer. My earliest memories of the LRA. They kidnapped me, forced me to fight. Yup, you're staring at a former child soldier. My parents, brothers and sisters, all killed in the war. Guess that makes me what you call a war orphan. After that, the Patriots picked me up and brought me into the family business. I was Dreben 893. I butchered that. I was Dreben 893. There's a whole lot of pawns like me all over the world. How you suppose I laundered guns like I did? 'Cause they let me. In fact, I was under strict orders to back you guys from the start. Hey man, don't take it personal. I wasn't the only one under their orders. They probably never realized it themselves, but play like a violin. It's still sort of tricky to go through these quotes because they're just massively jumbled up in here. And it's not good. It's not good. It's not good. I'm trying my best to get through some of his lines, but it's just so tricky. Not an enemy, no friend. Drops a grenade in his hand. Voila. I'm a weapons wholesaler. All shapes, all sizes. But there's no need to worry, 'cause all my stuff's been laundered. And then he turns a grenade into an apple. You see, I take ID guns like the PMCs use and make some mods. Then you can use them without having to match IDs. In other words, I'm a gun launderer. You can call me Dreben. Yeah, they use that for all of us. All over the world. Not that I ever met any of them personally. Me, I'm Dreben number 893. I'm just repeating his lines in the video as he goes. This is my best chance at going through his lines. You ain't a registered PMC employee, are you? You need a guy like me. Consider it a welcome gift. Take it. And he hands Snake an M4. The M4, the official carbine model used by the U.S. Army, developed from the M16 service rifle. This one's a top-of-the-line model, real popular with the big PMCs. High precision, but not like that government issue crap. It's free-floating, of course. Relax, that barrel's clean. Is the hider CQ super compatible? The beauty of this sucker is that it's got a lot of customizable parts. Change it up the way you want to meet your everyday needs. Flip up sight, rail system, not bad. Yeah, well, you know, I get a lot of noobs around here. And if you need them, I got a wide selection of aftermarket parts as well. The frame's pretty rigid, no rattle. Go ahead, give her a squeeze. I can't pull the trigger.
Really? That's weird. What's weird? Wait, I got it. I bet you're using an older generation of nanomachines. Older generation. Sometimes they don't really jive with the new system. Seriously, who are you? Whoa, slow down.
I'm literally going through this video.
My day job's working at AT, security. I'm in charge of production control. So I get my hands on ID chips before they are even registered. Have a sip.
And Snake refuses.
It's a side of AT the public don't see. From the looks of it, you ain't with any state army. But you ain't exactly green either. You've got last-gen nanomachines. So I'm guessing former U.S. Army. I don't know what you're here for, but you'll want to be well equipped, am I right? So, can we talk business or what? You won't regret it.
Okay.
I have you.
All right, that's what I'll call it for Dreben right there. That's what I'll call it. Because the video for Dreben is like 10 minutes long, but I don't have 10 extra minutes to go through all of his lines. But that's it for Dreben. Okay, who else did you have? Oh, you asked for G1 Shockwave. Excellent. Now let's pull up G1 Shockwave quotes. And then I'll pull up my G1 Shockwave voice that I made.
Lord Megatron, I'm here to tell you that our energon levels are dangerously low. If the Autobot finds out where our stockpile is, it'll make my research far more difficult to get through. Fine, let's do this one. Let's go to all of his quotes. As you command, mighty Megatron, I am only loyal to Megatron. Prepare for termination. You won't get past me. I need to mess with his voice a little more. Did a spectacular job with Dreben 893. Why, thank you. But I need to edit his voice just a little. Edit. Ah, I forgot. I need to add his picture. I keep forgetting. Shockwave. There we go. Now, Lord Megatron. Power pitch right there. Robot of fire. Yes, that sounds so much better. Of course, his voice isn't too shaky. I don't want it to sound too much like a robot. Of course, if I wanted to do Soundwave, I could always... Ah, dang it! Ah, I messed it up. I messed it up. We're still good. We're still fine. But if I wanted to go pure robot... Soundwave superior. Autobots inferior. Soundwave superior. Autobots inferior. But we are not going through the voice of Soundwave. We are going through the voice of Shockwave. As you command, mighty Megatron, I am only loyal to Megatron. Prepare for termination. You won't get past me. Decepticons, we are under attack. Scramble! It is the only logical thing to do. Your reasoning is highly logical. Let's see if we can find some more quotes for Shockwave, shall we? I do need quotes, though. More. I need more quotes from Shockwave. What is it with this site saying, hey, this is where you can get Shockwave G1 quotes? And then it has Gillian Flynn quotes and Pope John Paul II quotes and Huey Lewis. They don't sound like Shockwave to me. One job. This only had one job. I just wanted his quotes. Was it so hard? Oh, I can just go from the comics. I did not merely give orders. I recorded major portions of my personality onto that disc. I controlled the Predacons. I was with them as much as I am with you now. You'll do nothing, Frenzy. I suspect that... let me see if I can zoom this in a little bit more. I need to see what this says. Here's one where he says, I could tear your head from your body and reduce your remains to molten, worthless slag, Megatron. And here's another one. Megatron, have you prepared the prisoner for transport? And these are old ones. These are old comics, like from way back in the day. Okay, let me get this one down. You'll do nothing, Frenzy. I suspect that to strike the creature would merely start this whole nightmare off again. Let's see if we can find another one. Galvatron apparently possesses a device that could send them back. Let's find another one. Your frightened mewling shames the badge you wear, Trigger Happy. Hypothesis: at maximum power, a concentrated beam of infrared radiation will penetrate even Scorponox's ultra-dense armor plating. Conclusion: you would do better to fight more and talk less. Would Shockwave and Spock get along fairly well? Like from the early 80s. Given their penchant for logical thinking, I'm sure they would. But given that they are diametrically opposed to the importance of human life, I fear that's where their differences would split the conversation. 'Cause logic can only go so far. There are limits. Now, let me see if I can find another quote from Shockwave. Decepticons, we are under attack! Scramble! Okay, that was from the comic I already read earlier. Nothing! Guess he's dead. Oh wait, no. This is not Shockwave saying this, because he doesn't say stuff like that. And this is Starscream saying,
Nothing. Guess he's dead. Shockwave, we killed Megatron.
Perhaps, perhaps not. Whatever the case, his Energon shipment is now ours, and a major defeat has been inflicted on his rogue band of Decepticons. Then let's keep going. Very little, Megatron, except that he is Bludgeon's creature. Logic would dictate, however, that Starscream would not bring him here if there was no advantage to him in doing so. let's find another. Ah, just one more. Okay, cool. You have witlessly put the only logical expansion of the Cybertronian Empire, at risk. Alas, poor Skyfire, your mind is a terrible thing to waste. Soon, old friend, you shall arise again. I will see to it. The most robotic sounding Transformers would be Soundwave and Omega Supreme. True. It is. They're the ones with the monotonous tone in their voices. Soundwave is one of my favorite Transformers, both as, the classic version and the Prime version. The Prime version only says one sentence. Autobots inferior, Soundwave superior, Autobots inferior. Let me see if I can find some Shockwave Prime quotes as well, because I have that voice. I have that voice prepared as well. So let's see, Shockwave Prime. Alright, so we got Shockwave Prime. Yes, there's a whole list of quotes! Thank you, God! There's a whole list of quotes! I am so happy. I have so much I can go off of, CJ. I really do. I'm so happy. Okay. So, this was G1 Shockwave's voice. Let's go to my Shockwave 4
Prime.
Do not think for a second, Starscream. Let me bring his voice up a little bit higher. The pitch needs to be higher. Yes, there we go. Much better. This is still Shockwave, but this is his voice and tone from Transformers Prime. I invented the cortical psychic patch. I am familiar with its idiosyncrasies. Do not worry. If her mind does not survive the procedure, you will be next. You are no longer of use. Your reasoning is hardly logical, but indulge yourself. Only Starscream could fail to dispose of a helpless captive. You have overridden the Energon containment protocols, haven't you? Clever, but not irreversible. There is more than one way to nullify a neural net. Lord Megatron. Reports of my demise are greatly premature. A pair of Autobots infiltrated my facility on Cybertron, sabotaging my space bridge. I gave chase, but failed to accurately calculate the outcome. I awoke in the rubble, blinded. It soon became clear that I was marooned on our dead planet, with no means of communication. In time, I repaired my wounds and resumed my experiments. The solitude enabled me to make tremendous advances in my research, until one day my instruments detected a massive surge of unidentifiable energy. I traveled to investigate its origin at the edge of the Sea of Rust, where I encountered your salvage team and the smoldering wreckage of the Omega Lock. But this was not the search party I anticipated so long ago, leaving one unanswered question. Why was I left for scrap? Abandoned. Why? I find your reply to be logical. Lord Megatron, surely our Autobot prisoner is a better source of information than this primitive data net. I recommend a cortical psychic patch.
Go ahead, Soundwave. Do whatever you want to me. I can take it.
Trust me, you in fact cannot. The patch failed to yield any new information on the whereabouts of the Autobots. Wheeljack is not the first prisoner to escape Starscream's care. If I may, Lord Megatron, during my exile on Cybertron, I resume work on a long-dormant project, one that I believe may provide the solution to our current problem. You misunderstand. The subject has been fully cultivated and need only be transported from my laboratory on Cybertron. I present to you, my liege, the ultimate Autobot hunter. Indeed, but the specimen you see before you was bred in the laboratory, cloned from fossilized remains, which I discovered on Cybertron. The beast is completely under my control. A sample of energon from Wheeljack, spilled during the Autobots' failed interrogation. Lord Megatron, I accept that military considerations are outside of my domain, but perhaps it is once again time to release the Predacon. Your mission was most illogical.
I love Soundwave. I always tend to lean towards the villain Transformers more than anything. Like back when I used to buy Transformers, I would always get the Decepticons because they always had the sickest designs. Like Autobots had the more rounded, grounded views, but Decepticons always had the either airborne looks or the sharp, angular looks. They made them look even just dangerous to shift around and transform. Some of my favorites.
You are not suggesting that I would send my creations to a distant planet without first having them microchipped. I shall leave the fetching of bones to Starscream and confine myself to my laboratory in order to accelerate results. Do not mistake for a moment, Starscream, that it has gone unnoticed that you left me at the mercy of the Autobots. I am tempted to force you to share my perception of things. Your argument is logical.
And then lastly, let me just do this one because I gotta move on to Muichiro's list as well.
Lord Megatron, forgive my impudence, but what is the logic behind ruling 2 worlds?
And then, well, one more.
An impressive display from my creations, but would it not be more logical to employ your might elsewhere at this time?
Starscream, do not be a fool. Do you intend to whine for the duration of the voyage? And that's where I'm going to call it for Shockwave. Now to move on to Muichiro's list. Which, wait, hold on.
It doesn't want to switch back over.
Wait, oh, that's because I'm still in the voice lab.
There we go. Okay, for these next series of voices, I'm really only going to need more. Really wish there were more lines from the DreamWorks version of Sunstorm available because he would be amazing to hear you try him. I'll add him to the list for the next voiceover stream. Right now, we got to move on to Muichiro Tokito. Muichiro! Wow, this is a high-grade photo. This thing is massive. How big is this thing? Now, mind you, he's kind of like a quiet dude with a bit of a sleepy appearance. All right, let's get some quotes out for Muichiro Tokito. All right, let's see. Let's go down to some quotes. Okay, we got some quotes at the bottom. Let's go down to them. And since his personality describes him as a bit of an airheaded like dude. Okay, so this is to Kotetsu. Have you been trained to withstand torture? Even most adults can't endure it. So it's impossible that you could. You appear to be an exceedingly dumb brat. So what if it does break? Why not make it again? While you're rattling on and on and on and on with your nonsense, do you know how many people will die? That's what it means to interfere with a Hashira. Your time and a Hashira's time have completely different value. If you use your head just a little, you would understand. So come on, the key. Know your place in life and act accordingly, because you aren't a baby. I gotta remember the voice I gave to him when I read through this entire series for you guys. And then to himself, just like Master said, if you recover your confidence, you can dig in with both feet and use your full strength. If you know who you are, then no demon can run when you bring down a blade that knows no hesitation or confusion. And to himself again, remember that boiling anger. Even if I lose my memories, my body will remember that anger that will not leave me until I die. It's why I train so hard that I vomited blood to destroy demons, and more, to eradicate them. And then to Muichiro Tokito. As for the reason I was born, I know that full well. I was born to be happy. I was happy when we lived as a family. When I was alone, there were many hard and painful things. But then, I made friends. And there were good times, so I was able to smile again. There were countless moments where I thought I was happy. Was that not enough? I didn't turn my eyes away or run from anything. I don't regret risking my life for my comrades. That's pretty much where they end his quotes there. And then we have some of his words where he has his views on the different Hashira. So this is towards Shinobu, where he calls her, she looks like a swallowbird. She has a gentle smile. Then we come to Sound Hashira. He's like a monkey. Once in a while, he crumples my head. Serpent Hashira. He's like a wildcat. He's a quiet person. He has beautiful eyes as well. I was surprised at first given that his left and right eye color is different. Stone Hashira. He's like a bear. He's the strongest person. Water Hashira. He's like a decorative object. Flame Hashira. He's like an owl. He's a lively person with a pleasant voice. Love Hashira. She's like a pink-colored chick going cheap. Her hair is beautiful. And then Wind Hashira. He's like a wolf. Whoa, it's Muichiro! My Muichiro voice is so accurate to the anime too, it's really cool. Well, sweet! Glad I was able to get it down! I'm more than happy that I was able to get the Muichiro voice down. Alright, so after that, you specifically asked, in that order, Arataki Ito from Genshin Impact. So let's get Arataki. Ito! And let me go ahead and get his image up. Hey, Rith, what's going on? Welcome to the voiceover stream. Where is Arataki? I know I have your image. I know I saved it. Here we go. Here we go. He really fits, not gonna lie. I believe that's the voice I gave him when I read... I believe that's the voice I gave him when I read through the Demon Slayer series originally. So it wasn't that difficult to get into the flow of it. When you're voicing airheaded characters, you gotta have this air, you gotta have this tone to your voice where it's like, oh wow, that's a nice looking cloud. Like a lackadaisical type tone to your voice, which is why it helped me get his voice down when I did it originally during my original Demon Slayer read-through. But now, we got Arataki. Ito is one of your favorite characters? Alright, let's go over his voices then. I believe he's like a boisterous loud dude, right? I'm the head honcho of the Arataki gang, and everyone knows my name. Names. I have many. Arataki, the one and Oni Ito. Arataki, the Oni Sumo King Ito. Arataki, the pride of Oni Ito. Arataki, Beetle Gladiator Ito. Arataki, the ultimate TCG champion Ito. Arataki, he might lose, but he'll never admit defeat-o. Anyway, these are some of the ones I usually go by. So go ahead, take your pick. I'll respond to whichever one you choose. I promise. You're welcome. Arataki numero uno Ito, here in the flesh. Best flavor in the world, the sweet, sweet taste of victory. And that's why I'll never spend a single more on any of my snacks. I want them all fair and square. That's right. Was there some kind of event where I could request a character? Earlier this week, I had to reschedule my voiceover stream, so I just asked people what voices they wanted me to do. This is the perfect time to do it. You're not locked out of asking me to do voices. I'm just going over the ones that people already put forth. So don't worry. Rith, by all means. By all means, go ahead. It was only put up so that I could have a rough idea of what I could begin the stream with. It wasn't locked. It wasn't like on a time frame. I was just saying while in the meantime, before I do this voiceover stream, go ahead and put the voices you want me to do. There was no time limit on how long you had to go without suggesting a voice or anything. So by all means, I'm just going over the ones that people wanted before this stream started, because I already had that list up. But this is a voiceover stream. If you got a voice you want me to do, say so. And I'll see if I can do it the best I can. The Ito voice is on point. Well, thank you. I like to be precise. Plus, it also helps that since I'm at the Genshin Wiki and I'm on the voice tab, it has the sound clips so I can replicate the voice as best I can. Don't underestimate the beetle. They can be some of the toughest little guys around. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Want to know what's on this beetle's diet? Sweat and tears. That's what. That's how it gets stronger. I think we can all learn something from that. Real men don't carry umbrellas. Oh boy, wow. It's really starting to pick up. Quick, come on, get yours out. Come on, quick, quick, quick. Hey, Raiden Shogun, is that you? Well, guess what? You're not the boss of me. Uh-huh, that's right. You heard me. Go ahead, strike me down. If so, is it fine if it's a character that hasn't yet appeared in the anime, and so it doesn't have a voice yet? Curious about my take on it? If so, I want to hear my Kokushibo. All right, sweet. I haven't done Kokushibo since I originally read through Demon Slayer. So I'll have to go over his voice. The power in his voice, but that'll be in a little bit.
just to give you a taste.
All right, it's time for a snowball fight. You're never gonna win, though. And that's when it snows. He literally sneezes. Okay, so let's see. Good morning. Morning, sunshine. Hey, so listen, I'm fresh out of more. Again. But hey, who needs some lousy job when we can just go find something somewhere fun to hang out? Haha, what do you say? All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Family brought in food. Family bought in food, and I had to grab it. Family got me Taco Bell 5-layer beef burrito, and I'll get myself some sweet tea downstairs. Sorry to keep you waiting. Okay, so let me do one more voice for Arataki. Then I got to move on to who's the next one on the list because I wrote it down. Levi Ackerman from Attack on Titan, and then Amajiki from My Hero Academia, and then Kokushibo for Rith. If you want to hear some kind of example, I personally think Bruford's voice from JoJo would fit him 100,000%. Bruford's Japanese voice, I mean. Okay, I'll listen to Bruford's voice and see if I can get like a good establishment. Haven't heard his Shima Zhao from Dynasty Warriors in a while, so if and when he can. All right, let me get Shima Zhao. Shima Zhao. And let me get his picture and save that real quick. Let me do one more line from Arataki. About Ito getting a real job. Oh, so they're saying I can't hold down a real job, huh? Well, sorry to break it to you, but I'm a delinquent. That means it's my job to not have a real job. And if anyone's got a problem with that, got pulled to the side again. Right in the middle of the quote. But let me save the image of Shima Zhao. I don't know why, whenever it comes to saving images, they now decided to make it so that it saves it as a web file instead of the actual picture itself. I actually have to label it as a picture image because of that. It's quite annoying. But let me do this last line from Arataki. Oh, so they're saying I can't hold down a real job, huh? Well, sorry to break it to you, but I'm a delinquent. That means that it's my job to not have a real job. And if anyone's got a problem with that, who's got a problem with that, huh? You got a problem with that? You got a problem with... Sorry, got a little worked up there. Where was I? Yeah, so working isn't really my thing, but don't worry. I don't rob or steal or anything like that. When I'm really running low on funds, I just take the odd job here and there to make ends meet. You know, like transporting stuff, delivering documents, helping businesses attract customers. Just enough to keep the wolf from the door. I gave myself hiccups. I legit gave myself hiccups. That's not a quote, that's me. I gave myself hiccups doing that little laugh. Dang it. Just enough to keep the wolf from the door. Dang these hiccups! Okay, I think they're gone now. Okay, they're gone now. The hiccups are gone. All right, so that's it for Arataki Ito. Next up, Levi Ackerman. Levi! All right, Levi Ackerman. Levi Ackerman. Quotes. And I believe with this one, let me switch it to voice enhancer. Because he's got a bit of a deep voice. But it's also really chill, you know? I mean, he is the voice of Trafalgar Law if you're going from the English dub. Okay, so I got a list of 10 of his best quotes. If he betrays us or goes berserk, I'll put him down without hesitation. What you need is to be quick to act and make tough decisions in worst-case scenarios. The lesson you need to learn right now can't be taught with words, only action. The only thing we're allowed to do is believe that we won't regret the choice we made. This is my opinion, but when it comes to teaching someone discipline, I think pain is the most effective way. If you don't want to die, think. The difference between your decision and ours is experience, but you don't have to rely on that. I don't know which option you should choose. I could never advise you on that. And that's just a couple of lines that he has for himself right there. Do I think after Kokushibo and Shima Zhao, you'd be able to do Hanako from Toilet Bound Hanako-kun if I've watched it? I've never watched Toilet Bound Hanako-kun. I never watched it. I might need to listen to his voice a little bit. That's the dude, right? The guy that's actually in the toilet. Let me get one more quote for Levi in. One more. Here's one nice long one for Levi. Believe in yourself, or believe in the Survey Corps and me.
I don't know and I never have, but I can believe in my own abilities or the choices of the companions I trust. But no one ever knows how it will turn out, so choose for yourself whichever decision you will regret the least. Let me read that again. So choose for yourself whichever decision you will regret the least. And that'll do it for Levi's voices. Now let's go to Amajiki. 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 And the thing with Amajiki, he's like the skittish, nervous dude. Where is this picture? There it is. What is with these pictures being so big? Why can't they all just be the same size? Small. All right. Here's one from Amajiki to Toya Setsuno. Yu Hojo and Soramitsu Tabe. I might not understand your grief, your rage, everything that led you here, but I know about solid bonds. My friends don't use each other, because friends don't eat friends. I need to find some quotes. I need to find some quotes for Sun Eater. It's no good. Mirio, Hato, even I look out on them imagining that they're potatoes. Everything other than their heads remains human. I can't see them as anything but human. What should I do? I can't say anything. My mind's blank. Is my voice still deep? It is. Here it is. I need my voice to be a little bit higher, because, you know, he's a teenager. What should I do? I can't say anything. My mind's blank. I can't. I want to go home. For the work studies, it would have been enough for us to say this is how it was and I learn a lot from it. Not everyone is filled to the brim with ambition. We can't end up with kids who are unable to recover from this. Mirio's quirk isn't one to be jealous of. What you should be jealous of is his skill, first-year boy. After he was scouted and worked hard at his work study with a certain hero, Mirio was built up. Unrivaled, huh? I guess you could. I can guess your levels with that one word. For example, like how an ordinary person can't tell what's so amazing, watching a pro's technique. If you can't tell how much hard work Mirio has put in, then you won't even be able to retaliate. Thought I was okay, but the stream was muted. Oh yeah, I had to step away multiple times in order to grab drinks and food for my lunch here, which is also still hot, so I need to get through this so I can eat it. I don't intend to eat during the stream, so I don't keep you guys hanging with dead air. Mirio's been strong ever since we were kids. It's just, he should learn to hold back. Hato, it's Mirio's turn now. I'm glad I didn't have to do anything. Let's be grateful to Mirio. And I think that was all the voices that Muichiro wanted me to go through. I did Muichiro Tokito, Arataki Ito, Levi Ackerman, and Sun Eater. Okay, so next up on this list was Kokushibo. So firstly, I'll go to Kokushibo and do his quotes. Then I'll listen to the Japanese voice of Bruford. And we got a sizable amount for Kokushibo. But before I do that, I need to get Kokushibo's photo image down. I need to get it down.
and add it next. So before I even begin...
Well then, shall we begin?
That's not the voice I'm gonna give him. That's not the voice I'm gonna give him. Okay. Switch. Kokushibo! He was my favorite. I gave him a deep, imposing voice, so I don't know if Bruford's voice is gonna sound the same. Alright. The legendary demon himself. Now, let me listen to Bruford's voice. Bruford. Jojo. Oh, that's what his voice sounds like. It's been so long since I've seen the first iteration of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Okay, I got a good feel of his voice. It needs to be deep.
It needs to be deep. Perfect. Fine. Now we move on to Kokushibo, the first Kizuki.
In regards to Akaza,
Akaza's presence is gone. He has fallen. Akaza.
I keep getting switched up between Akaza and, like, Akaza.
Akaza's presence is gone. He has fallen. Akaza, weren't you going to defeat me? A path had opened for him to attain further heights, but he renounced it himself. How exceedingly weak. The old and ugly creature that was once my little brother had pity for me. But I wasn't angry. Even though 60 years ago, he had been such an eyesore. The voice calling me brother was terribly hoarse. My brother had never shown the slightest emotion, so at the sight of him shedding tears, something welled up in me for the first time since birth. I was confused at my own unexpected unrest. But I must kill this part of me from when I was human. This old man of brittle flesh past his prime. He was a demon slayer, and I must cleave anyone who turns a sword upon me. But his odd sentimentality disappeared the next moment.
In response to Toriichi Sugikuri's statement about future generations.
Yoriichi, when you smiled, I couldn't help it. But I always found it disturbing. And when we were talking about how there were no successors for the various breathing techniques, you suddenly started viewing things with strange optimism, and you smiled. In my conceit, I believed that only our generation was special. I felt sick with disgust and irritation. What did you find so amusing? What was so amusing about imaging such a future? Just thinking about losing makes me boil with anger.
To himself!
The ugliness of not admitting defeat even though they took my head, chopped me up and crushed me, living in disgrace. Have I lived hundreds of years for this? Was I so afraid of defeat that I became a monster? Did I want to be strong even if it meant eating people? Did I become this miserable creature because I didn't want to die? No. Yoriichi. I just wanted to be you.
Usually some of them don't go that well with voice acting. This one blends in nice. Yeah, it depends on the voice. That's the reason why I try my best to refine it a little bit. I try to refine it a little bit, but when I can hit that stride,
I hit that stride.
And then lastly, to himself.
I could never grab hold of anything at all. I abandoned my home. I abandoned my wife and children. I abandoned my humanity. I cut down my descendants and abandoned being a samurai. But even all that wasn't enough. You say that those who master their paths all reach the same place. But I never did. I could not see the same world that you did. Why could I not leave anything behind? Why could I not become someone known? Why are we so different? Why in the world was I ever born? Tell me, Yoriichi.
And that's pretty much all of his
major quotes for Kokushibo. At least the ones that are of major significance. All right, let me go up through the list. I saw Kokushibo, and I saw Shima Zhao as well. Okay, Kokushibo, Shima Zhao, and then Hanako, the dude that lives in the toilet. So, Shima Zhao. I just had Shima Zhao. Where did it go? There you are. All right, let's move on. Let's move on to Shima Zhao. Get that knocked out of the way. We're almost done. How long have I been doing this stream? Going on about 2 hours. Wow, 2 hours have passed. It doesn't even feel like 2 hours have passed. I feel like I've only been going 30 minutes. I might need to get used to this feeling. Of doing something for so many hours but not realizing how much time has passed. Because once I go in for my last shift next Friday, this is all I'm going to know. But I'm looking forward to it. I still can't believe it. I'm leaving my job next Friday, and I'm beginning the full-time position of running my channel completely full-time. I can't wait. It's going to be good. Because I'm going to have so much time on my hands where I can spend more time with you guys than I did in the past. Sounded very good. Can't wait for him to get animated. Also, when Kenjiro Suda, Brufa's VA, is going to voice act Kokushibo too. Oh! The next stream right after the episode's premiere, will come to my stream and say, I told ya! Oh, sweet. Awesome. All right, let's do Shima Zhao. Full time? Yes, Aristox. I've made the decision to start running my channel full time starting on Friday. I've already made enough from my job where I can just start it completely. Like, if I don't, Aristox, if I don't do this now, I never will. And I'll just keep saying, boy, I can't wait to do full time. But I figured now is the best time for me to just go ahead and get it started. Will it be hard? Yes, it will undoubtedly be more difficult for me to run this channel and then expect it to be, take off immediately. But at the end of the day, I'm not concerned with whether or not it's going to be hard or not. My only concern is doing what makes me happy. And that's why I'm doing it. A lot of people will say that it's very hard or difficult to do it. Especially if people were to look at my subscriber count, they might think like, I don't know if that's a good idea. I'd rather do what makes me happy than go to a job where it's just I'm doing stuff beneath my own means. And I'm not doing something that revolves around what I'm talented around. So I'm stepping out on faith. That's pretty much what this is. People may call it foolish, but I call it having faith and stepping out and doing what I enjoy doing. So I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it. It's going to go nice. It's going to go smoothly. But Shima Zhao, let's go ahead and get that taken care of. Then I'll check out Hanako, see if I can do his voice, and then I'll call it a session here for today. All right, let me go down to his quotes. We got a long list of Shima Zhao quotes. And let's go down to Dynasty Warriors 8. And I forget what his voice sounds like. I'm sure I can find better ways to spend my time. Try and stop me. I should get moving. How'd you like that? I'm serious this time. Okay, let's get this thing started. You got a bit of your father in you yet, Liu Shan. It'd be nice to share a drink sometime. You're quite formidable. You simply need to learn to trust yourself and find your path. Hey, there you are. I've come a long way just to see what all the fuss is about. Okay, so the rumors weren't exaggerated. I see why everyone's so excited. Yep, you truly are something. You got what they call innate talent. You're cut above the rest. You don't mind if I drop by again, do you? Say no if you want. I'll do it anyway. Hey, could you do something for me? Just a little job. Yes, that's it exactly. Oh, so you figured it out, huh? You're pretty sharp. Come on, don't be like that. Oh, all right, but you'll have to come with me later. We've been together for so long, I figure you must be sick of me by now. Going to do a Zelda Breath of the Wild speedrun. It's the butter doll with the butter on them %. You get butter and put it on a doll. It's the butter doll. You get some butter, you put it on a 1%. You get butter and put it on the doll. It's the butter doll with the butter on them. You get butter and you put it on the doll. Butter doll with the butter on them. You get butter and you put it on the doll. Butter doll. It's the butter doll. Yeah, I know what you mean. World record is 15 minutes. Excuse me. World record is beating Breath of the Wild in 15 minutes. Me starting up the game wasn't even 15 minutes. People are crazy. But let me get back to Shima Zhao quotes, and then I'll call it check out Hanako, and then call it a session there. But it's important to take it easy sometimes, and I'm determined to teach you that. But, well, just so you know, I'm not sick of you. Actually, to be honest, I really like being with you. Yunji! Does this mean you giving up on me? Father, what are you doing here? Well, I guess things like this are bound to happen eventually. What a bother this is. Things would have been so much easier if we didn't have to fight. If you really are so eager, prove it to me. Can't say that I'll match that enthusiasm, but... Of course I know a thing or two about strategy. It's just too much of a bother to use on a regular basis. I've been told not to let anyone pass through here, although I'm not going to get myself killed over it. You, over there, how do you feel about helping people in need? Not bad. I mean, that was excellent. I find being with you most entertaining. I see you're about as listless as I am. Maybe the both of us together can manage to get something done at least. World record for beating Breath of the Wild is like 22 minutes. Oh, the world record for putting butter on a doll is 15 minutes. The world record for beating Breath of the Wild is 22. Oh, so just 7 minutes more than putting butter on a dog. Why does it take 15 minutes to put butter on a dog, though? But let me stop. Here, take it. And I won't take no for an answer. I suppose I have to go out there and do something once in a while. You must be pretty desperate if you need to hire me. Try not to count on me too much. I'm the only person you know. See, I'm here, aren't I, Father? Now don't go telling me it's not enough just to show up. The name is Shima Zhao. Not that you need to remember it or anything. What do you hope to accomplish alone? If you leave now, I'm willing to look the other way. Even I have to set some limits. Your rampage has gone unchecked for far too long. This position won't tolerate failure. Unfortunately, that means I have to make an effort. Here we go again. I wish we could all just get along. So just 7 minutes more. Exactly. Okay, so that's Shima Zhao. Let's look up Hanako. Toilet bound Hanako. Looks like a kid. Who voices him? Voice actor Justin Briner. Isn't Justin Briner the voice of Midoriya? I could be thinking of someone else. Hold on. Let me look him up. Yeah, he is! The same dude that voices Midoriya! Okay, let me get his picture down, and let me go over some of his quotes. It's a good thing I cleared out my computer of unnecessary files so I can have all these pictures. I have a ton of pictures. I have a ton of pictures on my computer. Okay, so let me look up what Hanako. Let me look up what he sounds like. Ah, so that's how his voice sounds. Well, this might not be too hard to do. It's just, whenever I look at that rock, I feel like I could go anywhere. But I've made up my mind now. I'm not going anywhere. I need to find some quotes. I'm not going to look at any of the synopsis because I kind of want to watch the show now. Okay, Hanako quotes. Okay, we got a few. When you die, that's it. There's nothing more. Nothing new begins. I'll have to pay you back with your body. Oh wait, I'll have you pay me back with your body. That's something weird to say. In a world without life and death, people who don't know when to give up are unstoppable. Power beyond your ability brings nothing but destruction, boy. If you borrow my power, you need to pay a fitting price. Ah, the picture! My bad. Thank you, CJ. Luckily, I didn't go through too many quotes. So let's do that again. When you die, that's it. There's nothing more. Nothing new begins. I'll have you pay me back with your body. Power beyond your ability brings nothing but destruction, boy. In a world without life and death, people who don't know when to give up are unstoppable. If you borrow my power, you need to pay a fitting price. If you want power beyond human comprehension, the price will be that much steeper. No matter how much you regret or wish, if you can do something in life, you can't do it after death either. If you are always trying to be normal, you will never know how amazing you can be. Ooh, that's not a bad quote. That's not a bad quote at all. Let me see. Couple more lines, and then I'll call it a session here. You should make your decision. Just make sure you don't regret it. I'm trying to find some really good quotes for him. See if I can find some good ones. Hanako. Power beyond your ability brings nothing but destruction, boy. When you die, that's it. There's nothing more. Nothing new begins. Humans and Oh, wait. This is someone called Tsukasa. So, okay, that's not Hanako. Let me see if I can find another one. I grant a wish for whoever summons me and takes one thing as payment. I'm trying to go through all of them. I'm an apparition, the seventh of the seven wonders of the school. Hanako-san of the bathroom. And those are pretty much the end of Hanako-kun's... Hanako-kun! Hanako-kun! That's the end of his quotes. For now, at least. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. 2 hours and 13 minutes of doing nothing but voices, and I have to say, I enjoyed all of them. I'm grateful that you guys put forth voices for me to go over. I don't need to hear myself in my ears anymore. I'm grateful that you guys put forth voices for me to go over before the stream started, so I had something, so I was, amply prepared. So that way I got the pictures ready, including the ones that were asked for during this stream. And I have to say that the more I do these, the more comfortable I'm already comfortable doing these, but I enjoy them immensely. I enjoy dedicating time to just doing voices on top of, like video game streams and the like. So I just want to say it's an honor and a privilege to do this sort of thing, and I'm looking forward to when I start doing these types of streams more and more often. Starting next week, that's when it's going to start, and it's going to be an interesting journey from then on in. So at the end of the day, all I can really say is, firstly, CJ, don't worry, Shadow and Vector will be for the next voiceover stream. So I'm already writing that down for you. So all I can say at the end of the day is, hope you all enjoyed. Can't wait to see you all in my next video. And if you're new to the channel and you enjoyed what you saw here today, then like, subscribe, and maybe even consider becoming a member, because I am always looking forward to entertaining you. So have a fantastic day, and once again, as always, later, peoples!